Hey guys, so I want to share this dream that I had this morning, and I'm gonna have to do it like I'm literally on my way to, I have to run some errands and pay a bill and go to the store and stuff, but this is like the only time I have to do this. I'm like walking to my car right now, so I apologize if I sound distracted during this, but I mean, story of my life is I'm always doing like a million different things at once because I have to, because if I don't do it, nobody's going to. But I have to run to the store to get some dog food because I'm completely out and my water bill is due and just all kind of stuff. So I'm gonna tell this dream while the car is warming up. And the reason that I'm sharing this is one of those dreams that was really visual, and just writing it down on paper is just not gonna help. And I also can't draw, so that wouldn't help either. So I didn't want to forget it. I don't want to forget the details in this dream, so that's kind of why I just wanted to verbally share it. So, and also because of the fact, so today is February 17th. And do you guys know how on like Facebook, it gives you Facebook memories and it just kind of shows you what you are posting on this day in history or whatever throughout the years. And so like I love that about Facebook. I love to be able to go back through the years and just see, what was going on and everything. So they just show you, I've been on Facebook since 2010 actually. So it's just interesting to go back and see what was going on in life on this day. And so as I was reading through those earlier, I noticed it was like every single year almost on this day, I was posting almost the same thing, which was, I was like, I just had a dream that the rapture was getting ready to happen like right now. And this was like multiple times on this day. And I thought, well, that's strange to have that same dream like on this day every year. And I was like, well, is there any meaning to that? And I'm like, well, February 17th isn't anything special to me. I can't really think of any reason like why that day. And then it just dawned on me that, February 17th is second month, 17th day, which is a very big day in the Bible. It was also the day where the floods came in Noah's day. So I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting that I would dream about the rapture getting ready to happen almost every year, or not every single year, but multiple years throughout the past 10 years on the same day that the floods came forward. And the dream I had today, I just so happened to have a dream that the rapture was getting ready to happen any moment. So in the dream, I was standing outside looking towards my neighbor's property, just above their tree line. And I could see two, I guess, planets. That's the best thing I can think of to call them. It was like, if they were planets that I've never seen before. Nothing we've ever been taught about in school or shown from NASA. Not that anything NASA ever shows is the truth. But I'm just going to call them planets because that's just kind of the first thing that comes to my mind. Which, yes, I know the Bible doesn't use the word planet. It calls them wandering stars, okay? But it's the same thing. And the best example I can give as to what they looked like, so they were right above the tree line. They were very large. They were right beside each other, two objects. And I would say they were a little bit larger than like the biggest supermoon you've ever seen coming up over the horizon. They were just, a little bit bigger than the moon when it's huge coming up over the horizon. And I want to say like the predominant colors that they had was like blues and greens. So like bluish green kind of swirled throughout. And they had this pattern, like a textured pattern that I've never seen on a planet before. And the only thing I can think of that it reminds me of is, you know how when we were little we would color Easter eggs, like dye them. You know how like after a few days the dye like starts to separate and gets this crackly look to it, kind of like a crackled, speckled pattern on the eggshell. That's kind of what it reminded me of. So that was strange. And then I looked on the opposite side of the sky towards, like, again, right above the tree line to another neighboring property. And I saw two more objects, same size, same distance, very large. And I want to say the first object was another planet similar to the other ones. And then the object beside it, I got a feeling of like the moon. But then I looked up above these objects, and higher up in the sky, small, was what looked like in the dream to be Earth's moon, just normal moon, but it was like high up in the sky, far away. And I was like, well, if that's our moon, then what is this object? And I always say that in these dreams. I always say, if that's the moon, then what's this? Because it looks like the moon. And it did. It looked like a full moon. It had that like yellowish color to it, but it very well could have been a planet or a dead star. I really don't know what it was. I was trying to figure that out, but I got like vibes or like thoughts of it's a moon. And I want to say possibly there was also a sixth object that it was like moon was going through my thoughts, like moon, it's a moon or the moon, or, but I was confused because I'm like, you know, the Bible only speaks about God creating one moon for the earth. There's a lot of articles that have been coming out for the past like couple of years that say that Earth has always had two moons, but I don't know, they've been talking about, you know, maybe someday in the future we'll be able to see that second moon. I don't know. I don't trust NASA or any of these articles they put out about outer space and what's out there or whatever. But in this dream, like everything came out of nowhere. Like NASA or whoever, nobody warned us that we were going to be able to see any of these things. They just came without warning, and they just like were there 1 second without warning. So I was like trying to figure out what they were, and I was like, why didn't anybody tell us that, like, hello, all these planets and moons are visible in the sky? And I wasn't afraid, but it was like such an awestruck moment. I was like looking at them in like wonder and awe, like, wow, like what is that? And then in the dream, I thought, oh my gosh, like this is what Jesus told us, that when we see this, it's a last minute heads up, like this is our cue. Put your arms up. The rapture is about to happen right now. And I know a lot of other people have had that dream too. So I was like excited in the dream because I knew what it meant. I was like, oh my gosh, finally, this means that he's about to catch us up. So I was like praying and asking for forgiveness and like repenting and like doing that whole thing. And I was like warning people around me because my sister and brother were there, and I was telling them, this means that Jesus is coming for us right now. So you need to get saved and repent and ask to be forgiven and all that kind of stuff so that you'll go. So that's like what I was trying to do. And I was so excited because I knew that we were about to go up. So I just wanted to make a video of this, sharing that, because I wouldn't be able to write that down or describe what it looked like. I've never seen anything that looked like what I saw with these, I don't know, planets or something. And I don't know why there were so many. I don't know exactly what they meant. I don't know why they were like opposite of each other. There's a lot going on, but I know there's so many Christians that have dreams about multiple planets and multiple different moons. And they say that like Jupiter or Saturn or something has 5 moons and 7 moons. So I don't know if like these were part of that. I don't know exactly, but I feel like this is something that's not going to make sense until we see it. And it's always like when we see it, that's like there's no more time after that. It's like a last moment sign. And I feel like there's more out there that we can't see, and God is obscuring it for now. But I've had dreams where like I actually see chemtrails just fall out of the sky and hit the ground, and you can see what's back there. So I feel like there's like a veil now in our atmosphere, not allowing us to see everything out there. And then just like that, in the dream, one day it was just there out of nowhere. So, all right, you guys, I got to get going. Let me know what you think. I don't have anything else to share because I feel like my brain is just scrambled eggs lately. I'm just so frazzled and have so much going on. My life is just one big tug of war. Like someone needs me here or something needs done over there, and family stuff and job stuff and housework as well, and dogs, and just so much going on. And then like COVID is like, it just dictates every single decision in life. Everything you do, everywhere you go. Can't plan things. It's just everything's chaotic and hectic right now in my brain. So probably why I'm not receiving a lot. It's just like every day is a struggle. So I don't have anything else to share right now, but if I do, I'll be back. So, all right, bye.